Good evening, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader at 7:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. This is not financial advice. This is educational only. Click the subscribe and the bell to be notified of these videos when they come out. Share the video with your friends and colleagues and thumb it up. Thumb it up for Fetch.AI. It's actually been doing okay relative to the rest of the world. In the alt world, Wall Street TRA12. That's my Twitter link. Hit me up on Twitter if you want to see some like intraday updates and things of that nature. Let's get into Fetch US dollar. We are certainly still range bound. Certainly catching a dippy do well below this support area that we had here. We thought we were kind of like, going through a new horizontal channel above. Clearly a massive downturn in Bitcoin, creating a lot of hell and you know what. So anyway, we are still caught between this area of resistance here at around 87, as well as resistance line at 868, maybe temporary resistance here at 80. But regardless, main thing here is we were up around 88 and we're down at 75, which is like, okay, the way I look at it, this is, look, Bitcoin's the story. That's what drove the market down. It is no specific altcoin could be called out for the general drive down across the altcoin market. In the meantime, I'm going to go over to Bitcoin, Fetch to Bitcoin rather, and we bounced off this area of support here around 1227 and have started to climb back up. I'm not sure that we're going to necessarily get past this gray area here. I think we could be range bound between the 1317 handle down to 1234. However, if we pass that, our next line of resistance is 1510. Now, if things should really shake out of Bitcoin and Bitcoin plummets down to 54,000 or some crazy thing like that tonight, the next area of support is right around here at the 1165 area. I think we could see a stopping point there. So keep your eye on this. I'll make sure you're posted up on Twitter on this particular pair as well. In the meantime, over to Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. What's going on here? It does look like it could have a meltdown, but it's hard to really say. Bitcoin's down a lot, really due to the head of China coming out, telling everyone that he's going to shackle and cuff all Bitcoin miners in his country. Apparently, 75% of all Bitcoin miners are still in China, even though that they're building them out all over the place. However, because of that scare, it had driven this price down from dramatically. I think we were around 64 or so yesterday, and then just pulled it all the way down. So it was 58,000 and change. Now, we did say 58 could be a stopping point, and we also said, 58 could be a stopping point. We broke down the 63, which we were hoping for a resistance area, as well as 62. But 58 was another area of support. I think the ultimate area of support is going to be 54K. If it does come down that far, I'd be personally buying some more. But in the meantime, a lot to do with that buzz in China, which is what created this break in the pattern. Now, if we do head down to 54K, just want everyone to notice a couple of things. The 54K line, which is down here, is an area where we've had resistance and support in the past. And there's even more if I zoomed out further. But just to keep this thing sane for the moment, we also have a new blue line of support that I drew, so that we know that if we hit here, this would be kind of where we think this thing would wind up playing out. So it's here for a couple of reasons. One, to reflect that we've had prior lows here that seem to be ascending through time. In addition to that, it seems to run parallel with the 80K line, but that's not the real reason. I think the real reason is 54K is the stopping point based on prior resistance and support. Relatively speaking, we've had a few hit points on that, mostly, closer to like earlier this year. But in the meantime, right now, we are at 59,674. And if we bounce up, we might wind up hitting our head on this one here at 63,000. And then the next stop could easily be 73. But we may pull back to 54. It's kind of hard to tell on this. So, we're going to require patience to get through here until we get better sense in terms of what pattern we're following next. In the meantime, Bitcoin dominance is also starting to cycle up a little bit. A little fear coming into the market, obviously. An 8% correction in Bitcoin is significant. And as you see Bitcoin curling up, if Bitcoin goes down 8% and you see Bitcoin dominance going up, that means altcoins will do worse than 8%. Anyway, that's all I've got right now on Fetch, but Fetch is not doing that bad. There's been a lot worse that I've seen. So 75 and change on Fetch with the floor of support right now looking around 68 cents. Talk soon.